beautiful people. What is up? It is Monday, February 16th, the day before the new moon. The new moon that is also happening under a ring of fire eclipse that is also happening on Lunar New Year, the year of the fire horse, like I said in the last video. And I hope you were there for story time. And the last video is popping. Things are going on. And it is that kind of time. And it is, of course, time for the Monday after sesh, because the red and black is rocking and you know what time it is. And of course, it is I, your favorite Papatio, not Tapatio, but just as spicy as the sauce, here to give you the tea and hang with you and say what's up. And hopefully you had some beforehand, and if you haven't, sometime this day you did. And may the green goddess bless us all. But before I get into anything, I would love if y'all would, if you haven't already, and if you haven't, come on. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment, share this video like Tic Tacs, and hit the notification bell so that every time a new video comes in, you will be the first to know, because you should know, and those in the know stay in the know, right? But anyway, I digest. We are going forward now with Mondays, and Mondays is where we just touch on things that are happening in the week and also some new things that are on the horizon. This week is about classes too, y'all, because I have a class happening tomorrow on divination with dominoes. It's the updated class, and this one's going to be the definitive one that I'm going to use from now on, where we talk about using dominoes, the numerological structures, and how to work with them, not only to get answers for your divinations and for readings for the spirit, but also kind of get yes or no's as well, because sometimes we know in divination it gives you a kind of spiritual inspiration, like what to do, how to do, and some advice. But sometimes you just really want a quick yes or no, and there are ways to do this too. So it's one of my favorite divinations because it's almost a dying art. Few people know how to do it. There are more and more people learning how and doing domino divination, but sit with me and learn some that we can have something else, because there's a lot of different ways to divine, but sometimes you got to take a little bit. You should always know at least one or more. You should always have at least one that you're really, really good with and understand others as well. And this touches on divination as well in totally. But moving on, I also have a class on liminal spirits, where we will be talking about the spirits of in-between, wandering dead, and liminal psychopomps and spirits and gods as well, where we talk about them, what are their natures, how to work with them, how to do things in a safe manner. And I don't mean safe as in, ew, everything's sanitized. I mean safe as in you don't blow your bloody house up, right? So you don't want to be thick and do something wrong. You want to have at least your protections in, and this will help you with that and give you a little bit of history, a little bit of mystery, and work with it. I am also doing an introduction to a very, very misunderstood and maligned religious, African traditional religion, Afro-diasporic religion that came from Cuba and spread through the world, along with its cousin, Santeria. It is Palo Mayombe. Palo Mayombe is a shamanistic and very spiritual path, very natural path, a path that deals with the earth and trees and herbs, like with all of our ATRs and ADRs. And this one also works with dealing with spirits in particular. So I wanted to do something like this to dispel a lot of the myths, a lot of the really derogatory things that have been spoken about it, and underscore the healing and the spiritual connectivity that it has as a beautiful tradition that comes from the Caribbean, that comes from Cuba, that comes from Africa, and is based here. And I'm also doing one on how hoodoo and Santeria and Palo and all these different spiritual traditions and religions kind of blended in the South in modern hoodoo, how there are so many similarities and how each of them traces back to the motherland. These are classes that are coming up this week into next week, and I hope you'll be there. I'll put the links in the comment section so that you can go take a look at them, and they're done through, of course, Big Liz Conjure with my sister girl, lady, girl, child, woman, thing, love you much. And yeah, there's that. Also, this week, y'all, let me tell a quick story. My sister girl, my sister in issue, wanted me to do a couple of things for her. And on Facebook, if you follow me on Facebook, and you should, and Insta, there's pictures of this beautiful chaplet I made for her that is reminiscent of the treasures underneath the sea, the sun that shines underneath the sea. And if you know, you know, for all of my children of Guinea, there's the sea and the treasures underneath to the other world. And it's gorgeous. It came out so fabulous, and I was so thrilled. But she also wanted me to do a couple of other things too. So The new formulation on the horizon is siren oil. Not siren as in, "Grr, this is not a test." Not that. The sirens of the sea, the ones who sang things into existence, especially on the points of the sea and on the points of water. So I made a formulation, an oil for her in particular, that would call things to you, that would give you the blessings of those spirits and have them work with you for your betterment. Imagine what you could do with that. I also made an old-timey brew, which has been done by other people, and it's standard, but I had a little couple of twists and turns on it for myself, which is seduction oil. And seduction is just that. This is not about love. This is not about romance, hearts, and flowers. I told you, I was going to do a Lupercalia kind of thing. Seduction is just that. Seduction, subtlety, calling, attention, seducing. It's a lost art. And some of it is inveigling the senses, beguiling them. And as such, this oil is just that, to bring up that magnetism, that personal energy, that personal sexual, GG's, sorry y'all, I don't want to like have anybody get mad at me. That sensual energy. All that energy that pulls to bring forth. And of course, I was doing what I like to call the hella potions, and much love to my West Coast children, because that's what they used to call it. Like, they go on with a couple of oils on, and they'd be like, "What are you doing?" "I'm putting on some hella potions to get some stuff." She asked for that. I don't really do it as much anymore, but if you ask nicely, I'm sure we can do one for you or do something in that vein for you. And I had different hella potions formulations available, and it came in lotion, bath crystals, oil, of course, and whipped soap, because I did whipped soaps for a while. But if I'm talked to nicely and someone actually shows up and says, "Here, I want this," I might be able to do something for you when it comes to this whipped soap, or when it comes to your hella potions. Because one of the formulations we had was Green Acres, and Green Acres is a monetary success, happy, attracting good luck kind of blend that blended my money formulation, my good luck formulation, and my attraction formulation all together. So it attracted luck and cash and good things happening. Then I had Orange You Lucky, which is all about luck and road opening. And if you know the correlation between the two, you know exactly how this can help you. But it's also good to get rid of obstacles, whether you put them there yourself or others put them there for you, or they just simply happen, because you know how life is. Energy's flux. It helps with all of these things. Again, disclaimer, none of this is going to make your life better unless you put the work in and do your stuff too, and put your energy in there and put your work in. Because remember, spirituality and magic work on the principle of you have to put your energy in as well. It helps you get a leg up in on life. It's not going to be wave a magic wand and here it comes. And because, this is for entertainment and based on folkloric understanding. Okay, so moving on. So yeah, Orange You Lucky is amazing. And also the color orange has always been associated with the planet Mercury, and also as such, good luck, removal of obstacles, free-flowing communication, and such. So that's another one we do. I also did Velvet Glove, which was a little bit of more of a keep the upper hand, keep everybody compelled and commanded to do, and that was made with some Santa Marta, little Egyptian business, and some essence of bend over. If you know what these are, you know what this is about. This is to make sure that everybody, is on the same page with you, and that you keep things flowing according to how you'd like to see them. That's all I can say about that, but you know what's up. You can read between the lines, can't ye? Then Orange You Lucky was made with my road opening, skeleton key formulation with 7 drops of luck, and with my joy luck essence. And I'm going to get to that particular essence later on. So finally on the docket was the red light special, and my baby said, "Give me some of that red light special." And if you remember what the red light special was about, then yes, you know what this blend was. This blend was about get all of that energy, like the song. And I'm not going to say anything because I ain't getting any legal craziness happen to me down here in the beloved or anywhere. But you understood what's up. You understand that energy. It's that, hey, the energy that brings you the lovins, brings you the opportunities, and it makes everything go well so that you can make the next move in that relationship, or where you want to take it with a little bit more move and shake. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all catch what I'm laying down, because these are beautiful, beautiful essences that I love to blend. I love to make them. And again, they come in lotion, they come in oil, they come in bath crystals, and they come in whipped soap. Again, talk to me about the whipped soap, because that's kind of finagly to do and you got to commit. The others I might be able to do, if it talks to me nicely. But going back to another essence, I made Joy Luck, and I love Joy Luck. One of my sisters asked me to do that too for them, and they bought a bottle of my Joy Luck oil, and it's beautiful. It brings happiness and good fortune. It brings opportunities and divine inspiration. You know how when you need that strike of inspiration and the muse, this is what gives you that. And also, seeing as how it is Lunar New Year, Joy Luck is one of my favorite oils to work with the División or la Comisión Oriental, or the Oriental Commission of Spirits, wherein we have some of India, some of China, some of all of the Asian energies and spirits that come from those nations, and their bringing of good luck, good fortune, auspiciousness, and knowledge is a great oil to use from now on in if you want to do work with the red horse. So get with me if you'd like to know more, or get some, because it's beautiful. It's a lovely citrusy, spicy, open, slightly heady scent with hints of lotus and jasmine and cinnabar. Oh, it smells lovely. I personally like it. It's one of my favorites that I like keeping for myself. So if you want to jump in on this, now is the time. And of course, Three Kings oil. Still have some Three Kings oil left, so get with me if you want to do that. And that's about what we have going on right now when it comes to that. Also, we should be doing a new one coming up for March, because March is my birthday month. Yes. But let's talk about this eclipse and this horse. Are you going to be left behind, or are you going to jump in the saddle? This is what these energies are asking us. They're asking us, are you ready to finish shedding what the snake told you to shed? Because last year was the year of the snake. And with this eclipse, with this energy, and all of it being in Aquarius, the mind, the thought, the moving, the shaking, the little bit of weirdness. I love y'all Aquarians, but you have amazing analytical and amazing minds, quick to snap, but we all know that sometimes you're from another planet, and that's cool. We love that, but it's that energy that's making us challenge now. What's right for us? Is this right for us? We're questioning, we're reassessing, we're reaffirming. And also, since we're getting real close to the retrograde of Mercury on the 26th of this month, right now we're getting closer to that. We're seeing that energy of the preshadow helping us reassess what we want, refocus on what is good for us, and saying, are we finally going to take us into consideration? Are we choosing us first for our health and for our benefit? Are we choosing joy? What do we want to see for the next 9 years that are coming? What do we want to see to bring forward for the next bunch? What is that? And even though a lot of people will do manifestations, and I'm all about it, do your thing, do whatever you feel that you are aligned to do. But I would also say, in tandem with, what do you not want to see? What do you wish to lose in order for these things to happen? Like, if you're a procrastinator, I am sometimes, I'm not going to lie. Are you willing to sacrifice procrastination and find new ways to overcome it? Are you open to that? So let's manifest new and exciting ways to overcome procrastination, to see these obstacles that are in our path and say, I want to open up to get information, to get energy, to get through XYZ, to do this for my betterment. It's sort of like the anti-manifestation, where we're manifesting energy to get rid of something that's hindering us. These last sheds, these last cleans, just like when you shed off your skin and you clean yourself. When you just dust yourself off and then you take that shower and you really, really feel clean. This is that last bit where you do your final rinse off and you're like, oh, I feel lovely. I feel wonderful. What do I want to do now? Set our intentions. Set intentions that resonate with who we are, with what we are, and how we are. And sometimes that means you're going to have to leave some people back. Some people ain't going to come to this show. They served their purpose, or they went on to do something else, or they're growing apart, or if they're growing deeper with you, flow with it. The energy is challenging you to see things as they really are for you and for what's around you, to really dig in and say, is this the best thing for me? Am I fighting something that's good for me? It's making you make choices based in sobriety. Okay, wait, California sobriety, if you know, you know. Where you're taking an adult tack on this. It got a little heavy. I want to bring you back up. But it allows us to say, okay, you know what? Nothing's held together. Sometimes things are in flow. You have to work with the flux. You got to surf. I always tell everybody, surf's up. Let's go. So work with those flowing energies that are within you too. Don't deny who you are. And don't stop the muse. What do I mean by that? Sometimes we get a burst of energy and an idea comes out of nowhere, like, and we don't write the idea down. We start thinking it to death. Don't. Write the idea down. Write whatever it is out. Fake bacon, turkey, bluey with a light switch of chocolate, ice cream, rooster, whatever it is. Stream of consciousness is a thing. Write it down. Talk about it. Put it outside of you. Get it out of your head before you start nitpicking it to death. And then, okay, so maybe chocolate chicken pot pie is not the smartest thing, but you put it out of your mind. And once you get these things flowing, you allow that energy to continue to flow so that that inspiration doesn't get hampered, and you get to where you can really bring in those big ideas, those inspirations that are going to stick to you. It's sort of like my dad used to say, you know what, keep throwing crap against the wall. Sooner or later, something's going to stick, but you don't stop and analyze it. You just keep going. And that's what part of this is. Put those ideas out. Let those ideas flow. And then analyze them. Not at that moment. Let the idea flow. Now, am I saying act on them? That's where the analyzation comes in. Don't jump just yet. Find out what we're jumping into, why we're jumping into, how we're jumping into. But the idea of jumping is good. Let's put it down on paper. Make sense? Are you good with me? Are you sticking with me? Come on, there's more. So, after we do that, allow things to flow. Find out what we really want. And work towards it from our side and allow it to flow to us, whatever that goal may be, whatever that manifestation you want to see come forward. It is the energy that says, I attract and I bring and I call because it's here and I'm bringing it into my orbit even stronger, and I will find it as it finds me. It's knowing this is going to happen. It's aligning with that energy. And that more than anything for me right now, even though, do the manifestations, but align with it. Align with it in such a way that it's tangible within your own mind and you can almost feel it. That's the power of it. Just aligning with this is how it's happening. Give yourself the how too, not just the new car. How it's going to happen. Easy. Without any pain, without any traumas, without any problems that come with things going well, with trauma-free, all the things going well. Put it in a more positive light, of course, and in your own words, because you have to speak from your heart, yeah? You gotta be you. Please always be you. Please be your authentic you. And align yourself with what resonates the most for you and helps you get better. Let me give you that last part. What is making things go better? What is making things improve for you and for your happiness, for yourself, and for who and what you are? And that's what this is about, really. The horse is going to lead. If you're not ready, if you want to hold on to that shed skin and what you were, we all have choices. I choose, or I would hope you would choose that evolution, that happiness, that you, that forward movement, that fiery resolve to say, you know what, it's scary, but I keep walking. It's intimidating, but I keep walking. I'm going to keep doing this because it's supposed to be scary. It's something new. New has never been altogether wine and roses. New sometimes exacts a risk. It tells you, what are you willing to let go of? Pain, fear, doubt, self-deprecation. What are you willing to let go of? Because even negativity is comfortable to us at sometimes. And I keep repeating myself with this. I know I do. I keep saying this, but I want y'all to get it. It is okay to let go of things that hurt you, no matter what the programming, no matter what the socio-economic, political, add anything here. Whatever that programming is that says you should feel bad about choosing you, think about it and consider the source. You should be sovereign over yourself and make the decisions that are best for you. The ye harm none part, I have a problem with that because sometimes inadvertently everybody will hurt everybody else. But if you try not to be deliberate with that, and I do mean defend yourself by all means, I do say keep your left arm as strong as your right, but to go out of your way to initiate, no. I want you to be so focused on you and getting better and having better and doing better and lifting yourself and others to you that you don't got time to think about, they cut me off at the Starbucks. Let it go. They're probably cutting themselves off in light more than anything else. We never know what other people are going through. We can only know what's in front of us and understand that there's energies that might be different. So focusing on you, in other words, stay in your lane and mind your business. Focusing on oneself and one's own improvement. And if you're on that road to healing, keep on going. Keep doing what is best for you. Keep doing what is helping you despite what other people might say or what they might think or whatever. Is it hurting anyone else? Is it helping you? Is it lifting you out of that darker, negative, or whatever harmful, repressed place? Then most of the time it's people that are projecting. They're projecting their insecurities. They're projecting their hatred. Like when someone gets mad at you for something that they did, and you know they did it, but they're mad at you because of it, and that's not yours. Send it back. I always tell y'all every morning, bless yourself and give yourself a goal. Give yourself a thing you want to focus on. And then every night, call back your power to you and center yourself. These are practices I want you to just do at all times. Get your motivation. Get a list of stuff together in the morning. I'm going to do it. You don't have to do everything, but at least you have it in front of you. That's one step. Baby steps are steps until finally you start getting your stride and you hit it. All of this is being brought to you because it's not just what's happening now and tonight and tomorrow with the eclipse and the new moon and all that. It's not just that. It's what happens afterwards too. Because what happens when when you get the new car? What happens then? What happens when you get the house? What happens then? We begin to put the plan out as well. So get the idea, put it on the paper, analyze it, and then plan it out. They're telling you to be sober, but they're telling you to do it. Do the things. Jump on the horse and ride. And let the horse take you where you need to go. And then little by little, move it where you need to be. Work with those energies, but don't stop yourself from working for them. Don't just wait for the next one, because there might not be a next one. The best of times is now, yes? Even though what's out there is rough, we have the opportunity to make things better. Look at what's going on now in the world. Things are coming out. Things are overturning. It's a new day. Can you feel it? We already know that, right? You can feel those energies, and we're at the brink of great, terrible, or wonderful, but still great. These are great upheavals. These things haven't been felt in the skies in some time. Saturn in Aries, it's teaching us discipline, which we don't like, and we're getting our nose put to the grindstone, but we have to do this for our betterment, and we have to go forward, because I can't hold on to shadows. I can't hold on to sand that's going through my fingers. I need to go and build on solid ground. I need to go forward. And it's not just for Aries, it's for all of us. We need to go forward. For my signs that have gone through it and are finally breathing a sigh of relief, for all of us cardinals that are like villain mode, and my mutables, and my mind is going a thousand different ways. So bear with me, y'all. My astrology people are like, where's the other two? Condemn him. I'm getting judged all the time, but all of the signs are going through it, and all of us are going through it, being challenged to jump up to the next level, to get to where we need to be, to handle our business, because we can. And it is that challenge of, what are you going to do with the time you have left? No matter how long it is. Because sometimes they're like, it might happen. It might happen tomorrow. Yeah, or it might not. But if I understand the short and long terms, and I start working towards the long term, and I know what I want to see, with the flexibility of maybe changing the direction, because keep the goal that way. Getting there is half the fun. Getting to the destination, and it's not just the destination either. It's how you get there too. Remember, it's the journey as well. Yes? So, I was going to talk about how sometimes you have to keep your eyes open for different perceptions and different points of view. And there's a story that I might be telling soon in story time about how or why Elegua wears red and black, and how sometimes not being flexible and not listening can lead to a little bit of a problem. So keep an eye out for that. But it is about perception. Always remember, what you think is what you think is not necessarily what others think. So keep your mind available, but keep focused on you. We can all learn. We are never too old to learn. We're all one of my favorite personages, Alud Champagne Mama Lola, a wonderful mumble who has gone on to the ancestors, Ibaye. She used to say, "You never stop learning. You never stop learning, not till you get to your grave." And even past that. So, be open to learning, but also stand firm in you. There's such a thing as flexibility without breaking, without bending too much. And that's the fine tuning between the two. And that's about it for now. I've talked your ear off and I've just been blabbing, I know, but with that, oh, and this is a long one too. This is almost a little too long. But again, my people, let me wrap this up by saying thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for being with me. If you have any questions, please feel free to get with me either in the comments below or email. Follow me on Facebook, Insta, on TikTok. And if you want to schedule a divination with me, please use the scheduler that's in the write-up below. And that's about it. Again, check for classes in the comments. And I hope to see y'all soon. I want y'all to have a wonderful, wonderful week. Get into this energy knowing that, you know what? I got this. Even if it's small steps, I'm working forward. Because remember, when you're immobilized, that's the problem because you can't move. But if you're afraid, it's okay. If you're apprehensive, it's okay. Just keep walking. Keep going forward and face it till you make it. You'll find out 9 times out of 10 it's the very thing that you should have done anyway. And with that, I bid y'all peace, love, and juju. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other and be careful out there. Later on.